So for this case, I'm sure that you've already figured out that we have n is equal to 7, and also p is equal to 0.5. And hopefully you're using the binomial CDF function on your calculator, where you have to type in three things: n, p, and x. Now the thing about this binomial CDF is it only works for less than or equal to. And so if we ever need something like greater than or equal to, then we're going to have to work with some of the weird things that goes on with having to calculate complements. So the way we think about this is, if we have 7 children, then how many successes can we have that are a girl? Well, we could have 0 girls, or 1, or 2, all the way up until we get to 7 successes. And so in this case, when it's asking for, okay, what is the probability that we get at least 6 girls, then this is saying that we want to get 6 or more girls, so greater than or equal to 6. Unfortunately, as we found out, our calculator doesn't do greater than or equal to, it only does less than or equal to. So what we can do is we can take advantage of the idea of the complement, because the complement of at least 6 would be 5 or less. Right? This would be less than or equal to 5. So one thing that we know about complements is that if we ever need to find the value, the probability of a complement, this is just 1 minus the probability of its complement. And so what we find here is that, okay, if I want to find the probability of this, we can just do 1 minus the probability of this. So this would be 1 minus the probability of getting less than or equal to 5 successes. And so this, since it's a less than or equal to now, we can actually use in our calculator. So seeing this in our calculator, I have an 84 here, not an 83, but it's pretty similar. So what we'll do is go to our distributions, second distributions, binomial CDF. And for mine, it asked me to type it in, but yours, you'll have to know the order. So it's always n first, and then p, which is 0.5. And again, what are we finding the probability of is not 6 or more, but 5 or less. And so what you're typing into your calculator is this: the binomial CDF, and then the first number is 7, comma 0.5, comma 5. So when you do this, you're just going to get the probability of less than or equal to 5. And we can just subtract that from 1. So you can do 1 minus that number, and it'll give you the complement, which is 0.0625. So if you're thinking about it in terms of how to show this, this is 1 minus 0.9375. So if this probability here is 0.9375, then its complement, which is what we're looking for, is what we got as our answer, 0.0625. Now, just so you can see, just because I encourage students to try and check out StatCrunch. I know you already have a calculator that does a lot of these statistical tests, but it does make things a lot faster and a lot easier when you have StatCrunch. In this case, if I want to use a binomial calculator, then we just go to the binomial calculator, type in our n and p, and we want at least 6, so we can just type in at least 6, and it gives us the answer straight away. Don't have to worry about the complements.